Hey guys, welcome to Pop 411, your weekly podcast for all things pop culture.
Poppity pop.
I'm Tiz. I mean Ireland. This is
I'm Carlos. Y'all, what's up?
Salmon Carlos.
Pink.
So many jokes. So many jokes. All right. So this previous weekend we had a little
Excursion?
field trip.
Yeah.
I went the school route. You went the adult route. Cool. We actually went to Collect-a-con Houston, which
It was actually my first Collect-a-con.
it is I keep telling him about Collect-a-con. So Collect-a-con, we've talked about it here previously on the channel. It's basically a TCG trading card game kind of convention where they have like generally it's trading cards,
It is
but they do
all trading cards.
I mean, there was a one comic vendor there that
and
actually
I think they had like a sticker vendor too.
Oh yeah, they have like a
and some
like the
plushie vendors,
Etsy.
right?
Yeah,
Some
there's
plushie
like a lot of
vendors
Etsy.
and stuff,
There's crafters and stuff, but its main market is TCGs. So
Mhm.
from Yu-Gi-Oh to Dragon Ball to Vanguard, there's a bunch of and Pokemon, obviously. But they also have voice actors. So of course, Bryce and I were there. They have a lot of your anime voice actors. They have
The
like,
voice of Kratos was there,
yes,
which was actually
yes,
really
Christopher
cool.
Judd, who's amazing, who signed one of my Leviathans that I made with Nick over at Artifakes. So that was super cool.
That was super cool. I like that.
He was stoked about I thought I was losing a Leviathan. When I was like, when I mentioned to him in Chicago, I was like, hey, I want you to sign one of my Leviathans. I swear he thought it was one of those GameStop cheap phone things. And he's probably like, yeah, I've signed like thousands of these.
Great.
And when he got there on Sunday, I like popped out of the curtain. I was like, hey, I actually brought my Leviathan. He's probably like, oh, yeah.
He's all
great.
sure.
Another one. And I pulled out and he was like, whoa. Like you seen in the video, he was so stoked. And he's like, this is so well constructed and
He's
light.
like, wow, you're legit.
And I was like, yeah, it fits in the luggage. And he like looks at it and I'm like, don't you dare, man. Be like, Kratos stole my Leviathan. How that would go.
Give me money, Kratos.
Right? How would that go? But no, he signed it. It was super cool. I did a thing with Bryce. So he actually is the voice of Inosuke. Hachi Bira from Demon Slayer is also the voice of Eren Attack on Titan, the GOAT of English dub. We did a thing with Steve Aoki.
That's what I was just going to say. Steve Aoki was at this convention.
On Saturday. Well,
wild.
Because Steve Aoki has Aoki's house.
Mhm.
And they're like a kind of like they do streaming, kind of like Whatnot, that sort of thing. And they go over and do all these cards and trades and everything else. And Steve Aoki actually came out and performed, which oddly enough, Steve Aoki is one of the only like house genre EDC type of artists that I've never danced for.
Oh, wow.
Tiesto, ATB, Skrillex, all these guys I've danced for, but never Steve Aoki as far as like the OG legends. So that was super cool to see. But we actually came up with this thing where because Bryce, as a Inosuke, always screams, fight me constantly, I actually brought my white foam katanas, obviously it's a dual set, drove it to Houston along with my Leviathan. I look like a crazy person carrying props to a con.
Look at my weapons, guys.
I felt legit for once. Like I'm not cosplaying, but my props are going to a show. Like, Am I professional now? Anyway, so I was super stoked. He wrote "Cake Me" all over him on the sheets, and we actually had the sword up, and he took a cake to the face because Steve Aoki does throw cakes at the show. That's what he's known for. On Saturday, he threw one directly in Bryce's face with the Inosuke mask. While I'm behind Bryce.
Oh, did you get caked?
Recording it all. I managed to duck. You could see me like duck, but I mean, I got it. I probably shouldn't
those
have
aren't
worn
small cakes either. Like the dude throws some big sheet cakes.
They're 13 by 9 sheet cakes.
And there's more than one, right? Like
he threw 10 of them.
Holy shit.
Bryce took the first one to the face.
I bet that video was pretty cool though.
It is cool. You can check it up. Like we posted everywhere. It was super cool. So there's just so much at these events they do. They always do like a nostalgia throwback, kind of like a little 30-minute show on Saturday.
That was
There's
on
panels. That was on Saturday.
Was it on Saturday? Was it on Saturday? The Ash or the Pokemon theme song.
Yeah,
the guy that sings the Pokemon theme song.
He did it Saturday. Jason Page.
Yeah.
The original guy who sang the Pokemon theme song.
That was really cool.
He was there Saturday performing it, and he was there Sunday performing it. He also got on stage with Steve Aoki on Saturday and performed it again. So in case you didn't know the Pokemon theme song and it wasn't ingrained in your memory, you definitely heard it and remembered it by the end of this weekend.
He's very enthusiastic on stage. I mean, he gets the crowd hyped up, and he I mean, people love him.
Of course, yeah. So, I mean, it's a great show. It's great to get out there. Pokemon Surging Sparks It's out now. That was a lot of these guys got a heads up because they are wholesalers that attend the show and set up as
Hmm.
far as vendors. Everyone after con floor hours go to the hotel lobby or whatever and participate in trade. Crack pack night. We actually cracked some
We
packs,
cracked
which
some
were
packs, which was
what that
actually
was
pretty awesome.
awesome. So we did some of that, but
I think the one thing that really tripped me out because I've collected cards, basketball cards, football cards, Magic cards, Star Trek, Star Wars, like a
oh
bunch of
boy, here we
cards.
go.
And when I would go to these conventions, people would bring their boxes. They would just bring boxes of cards and they'd go through stuff, right? Now it's a whole different game. Like it is wild, right? Number one, all the cards that people have are graded. So they're selling graded cards.
Can
And number
slab
two,
cards,
you've got like
hard cases.
hundreds of people with these fucking metal hard cases. I mean, some of them, I would, if I had a huge collection, I'd probably have it handcuffed to my wrist
Some people have gone to that extreme where they've
because
done it.
that's insane, y'all. I
But they
mean,
only bring them out at night.
yeah.
So those trading parties, they'll have exclusives. So there was guys that already had the highly sought after Pikachu
Hmm.
with all the
Oh
bejeweled
yeah, yeah,
and the
yeah.
surging sparks. They already had them. They were already cracking them what Sunday night.
Sunday night.
So there was people running around with this card just in the in this snap cases just ready to just auction it off, and it was crazy. Saturday I was actually cracking the Attack on Titan
Oh yeah, yeah. The Attack on
box
Titan stuff.
with Bryce. So imagine cracking packs of Attack on Titan with Aaron Yeager sitting next to you. It was fascinating. It was
That was,
definitely
that was a
it was
little surreal.
it
I
was
bet you
pretty
that was
cool.
surreal.
It
That's
was
pretty
pretty
wild.
cool, yeah, if I had watched the show.
Yeah, but the game has changed completely. I mean, it is all about the collection.
Uh-huh.
And so people are buying, selling, trading. A lot of the cards that are there, of the decks or the packs that you find are older. So you can
Hmm.
find some really vintage
There's a
stuff.
lot of vintage
Yeah.
hunters that go there. Heritage Collectibles is there. They'll usually have like beta boxes of Magic or beta boxes of Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Dragon,
Yeah,
Digimon.
I think I saw one that was going for like 450K. It
Mm-hmm.
was like legendary Pokemon
Yep.
box, which
Yep.
was wild. I was like, holy
Yeah,
shit.
it's super crazy. So there's something for the modern collectors, there's something for the vintage dealers that, just do single card
Mhm.
slabs. And there's just a vast array of stuff. And it's definitely a huge thing for the TCG community. But they also hit on like, there's actually people gaming. So if you go to like Collect-a-con Orlando, they actually have a setup where they have tournaments.
Oh,
And you
wow.
can actually play and battle. I know when MetaZoo, Rip MetaZoo, when it was going on, Collect-a-con, they would set up and actually have tournaments and stuff. So you could there's just so much to do. So from a card perspective, from a card collector, from an old school player, I mean, I love this convention. The staff is fantastic to work with. It's a different feeling than a traditional comic book con.
As a card collector, y'all, it is dangerous.
It is
It is
dangerous.
dangerous because like everything that you've ever wanted, you can find there for a price.
Well, we bought booster boxes of Twilight Masquerade, which is highly, highly sought after. And we couldn't find any on the show floor because
Nope,
they were sold out within
gone,
an hour.
gone.
So it's a Saturday, Sunday con. Saturday morning when they opened, they were gone
Mm-hmm.
within an hour. So we actually got two booster boxes out of sheer luck. And
We cracked them.
well, no, you had people walking around the floor
They wanted to buy them.
while I was closing up with Bryce. They were having you and Mateo were having people stop you
Mm-hmm.
trying to buy your booster boxes of
Yeah, the vendors
Twilight
were.
Masquerade. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Because as the show goes, they can mark it up more
of
because you either
course.
pay their high cost now or you don't. But
Or
what's great
or you
about
pay higher later because
Yep.
it's very sought
What's
after.
great about the community is they follow the TCG app, so they actually know the value of cards. They can scan them, and it
So
tells
there's
you
no
what
price
they're.
gouging.
No, there's no price gouging. So
That's good. That's
yeah,
actually
so
really,
they'll
really
call
good.
other people out if they
Yeah,
see
so I
that
would
the
imagine
vendors
they put it up
gouging
for a slight premium.
a
You can
dollar
just
or two. But
yeah.
anything. I mean, booster boxes are different, but single cards, like no, they'll be like, I can just go buy this now
Mm.
off the TCG player because I know it's only going for like $1.05, and you're trying to sell it to me for 30.
Yeah, what was also pretty interesting was the fact that they had PSA there, the grading. So you could buy your cards, you crack something open that's all great, and then you go, oh,
I
I'm gonna go
did.
get
I
it
did. I
graded.
got my Aaron Yeager graded
Uh,
from the Attack on Titan. Bryce was like, we were cracking it, and he like grabbed it to sign it. I'm like, bro, you don't need to sign my card. And he's like, yeah, we're gonna go get this graded. I'm like, it's like a 10-cent card, and he was gonna get it graded, which is super cool though. But it's dangerous.
mhm.
It's dangerous. I
Yeah.
have vendors, like friends ask me constantly when I go to these shows. I'm like, "Where's your binders, Eileen? Where's your binder?" And I'm like, "You're not getting my hollow Charizards. Like, I'm not. I'll grade
They're
those
like,
and
I'm
bring
not
it.
going to sell them.
No, I'm never going to
And
sell them.
we pulled some pretty decent cards out of our booster
Yeah,
boxes.
you got Carmine. We got a
Yeah.
bunch of good ones.
Yeah.
So that was
So
pretty cool.
can't wait to sell them.
No, no, we're grading
She's
them.
gonna be like, fight me.
Fight me. We're grading them. But yeah, it's a fantastic show. They've expanded from 12 shows this year to 16, I think, next year. So
Yeah, and it's really cool to also
super
see like
stoked.
the influencers, the folks that are focused on TCGs
Mhm.
actually there and repping and understanding like
But
what's
it
coming out, being able to talk about all of the
super
interesting things that are
informative. These
happening.
guys are
Yeah,
super
they're great.
informative. They want to talk to everyone. They want it's not there's no hostility.
No,
There's no clicks like you see in like the comic book
no,
like if you go to like a Read Pop show or like a
yeah,
fan expo or anything of the such like comic based, like comic focused cons. There's just always high school drama and dilemma with
yeah.
influencers, with TikTokers, with all this other stuff. But this con is just for people who are into cards, trading cards, collecting
Mm,
cards, gaming, actually using these cards. I mean, this is what it
yep.
is.
It's
It's
like a
like
sneaker con, like
yeah.
going doing
Oh, a
sneakers
thousand
or anything
percent.
like that. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Just for
hardcore
TCGs.
folks
So
and of all ages too. Like it was really cool to see like little kids to older folks
yeah.
that wanted to participate.
Well, that's how this con started. So the two brothers and their cousin during COVID had nowhere. Their kids were at the card collecting and cracking stage, and it's like, what dad doesn't want their kids to be in the same cool stuff
Oh
that they are,
yeah,
right?
dude.
So
Hell
they were
yeah,
like,
crack cards.
why isn't there a convention? Why do we have to go to local shops to try to find one-off cards? Why isn't there? I mean, there's a sports card con. Why don't we just do like a Pokemon thing? So if they have to go and get permission to do all that stuff, and then once it got to go,
Is awesome.
I'm like, no.
I can't wait to go again. That'll be really cool.
Yeah, I think let's go to more of them. Let's crack packs and
Yeah, crack
we'll
packs
take you
and
guys with us and stuff. So overall, it was a fantastic experience. I think it's a breath of fresh air. I mean, there was some like cosplay, but again, it's just not really that heavily focused.
I saw a couple of
But
cosplayers,
it
but
was
nothing major.
well, it's also pouring the whole weekend. So, but it was definitely a breath of fresh air, I would
You know what
say.
was wild?
Oh boy.
So if you guys the convention center in Houston is pretty big. It's a fairly large convention. And the Collect-a-con was in Hall A.
Oh.
But as we were walking from the hotel to Hall
Oh.
A, every other hall was part of QuiltCon.
Okay. That quilt, like your grandma's quilt. I just got to tell you, I always thought it was like patchwork, right? This is in my mind. I either think you're doing patchwork quilting or you're doing needlework. Like I don't know anything else. I was at the gym Saturday morning. Jasmine and we went to the gym, and this lady was like, "Oh, do you guys work for Bernina, which is a creme de la creme sewing machine company? I wish I owned a Bernina." And I was like, "No, why?" She's like, "Oh, I thought I saw you at the show," and I was like, the card show? Like
You're like,
which
what show are you talking
She's
about?
like, oh, the quilting one. And I'm like, oh no, we're not here for that. Like we're here for like a card, like a Pokemon card game convention. And she was like, oh, well, I thought you guys worked for the sewing machine company. I was like, no, 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 no. And she's like, I was just gonna say, did you see the judge's choice? And I'm like, the judge's winner. I was like, you guys already decided? She's like, yeah, this has been going on for 4 days. And I was like,
Wow.
you guys booked out like 5 halls worth of quilting. She shows me this photo of the judge's pick. Holy fucking shit. Like, wow. It is not patchwork. This is surrealism in quilt.
Oh, yeah. No, I
the
saw the photo and it
needlework
looks
and
incredible.
There was a painting.
It's like God tier.
There was like a painting of like some Sicilian coast town that they did, the roof, all the stucco
Everything.
sides. And it was like in this Rococo, Baroque, fancy, golden filigree frame. And the frame was quilted.
Yeah, it
It
was
was
insane.
quilted. The whole thing was quilted.
It was insane.
And I was like, hats off, man.
Yeah. And
I really, really felt so bad that I did not. Like I had like this precedence of what I thought a quilting con was.
I thought so too.
Already kind of like, oh, this is what it is. And then when I saw this, I was like, So wrong.
Yeah, I
I'm
thought they
so
would do
sorry.
like I thought
I'm
they
so
I
sorry.
used to think they'd be like QuiltCon. Oh yeah, they probably do it at like a rec center or something like that. A bunch of,
Yeah.
older
Like, I
ladies
think
that
it's
are
like in
getting
the Red Hat
together. Yeah, yeah,
Society.
something like that. Hell no, this is like legit. And you see like grandmas and moms and daughters, like they're all coming to QuiltCon to either show off their work
And it's
or
not old white women.
no, no, no.
Like,
It's
it's like
everybody. Like it's huge.
everyone.
It's
Like, I was
huge.
just shocked. So, yeah, so that was going on. So that was interesting.
Yeah, I have a friend of mine who's a cosplayer out of Dallas. She goes by Melanie Jasmine Designs, and she went to with a bunch of ladies to learn how to sew quilts. And she told me that they are probably one of the most hardcore people when it comes to stitching.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
they
Oh,
will just be like, no, again, again,
well,
again.
I know that, like, one of my grandmother's friends, like, growing up, like, she was serious about quilting, and I was just like so it was like, it was patchwork, but then there was all these designs
Right.
in the patchwork, and so I was just like, "Whatever," but I used to see this lady get pissed as a kid, like, she'd be ripping up stitches, and I'm like, "It sewed it together, didn't it?" But, like, the design would be off-centered or the stitch would have, like, missed a like, it wasn't exactly symmetrical through each stitch, and I was like, "Bro." Like, I know a lot of our automatic stitching now, but if you have me sit my foot on that pedal
Yeah.
that's on the floor, it's not coming out easy even because I only know one mode,
This is
0
fast.
or 85 miles an hour. Like, this legitimately where it gets a stitch within this millimeter, for fucking forget it, man.
Yeah.
The Tiz says no.
It was phenomenal. Just looking in there, I was like, oh man, I could probably go in there and like,
So,
I want to quilt.
moral of the story, I am never underestimating an older lady when they say they quilt. Because I'm a seamstress. I've been sewing for a very long time. No, I don't want them to look at nothing
No.
I have because I felt like rubbish. I felt like a walking trash can in terms of talent because I couldn't even fathom stitching something as flawless as that.
Gorgeous. Yeah,
And
that's God tier sewing skills
my
right there.
Melina from Mortal Kombat 9 was every stitch matched endgame
Mhm.
as far as like lining up and stuff. But like, it probably would be rubbish compared to these ladies. I really feel like I'm out of my league.
Just imagine that, like it's like that next level. That
I'm out of my
technical
no,
level
dude. I'm out of
of
my league.
excellence. Yeah,
I'm out of my league with that.
that'd be cool,
That's
though.
a tier way above I can even comprehend.
They probably do some initiation, like if you ever want to come and learn how to do that stuff.
Oh fuck no! It'd be hazing by grandma. You're gonna get pots of coffee, tons of sugar, and then stood over with a ruler or wooden spoon.
Yeah.
I'm good. It's like a nun. No, I'm good.
That's incorrect. Rip it out.
Go with God. No. No, forget it. But yeah, that's oh, I did see something cool this weekend besides that.
No, what was that?
So Fendi.
Ooh.
Fendi.
Oh,
The
yeah.
bougie elaborate brands
Yeah.
that I know about but don't know anything about. When they came out with their Dragonite release earlier this year. We all know Dragonite's my best boy. I saw the leather Dragonite that's like this tall
Fendi.
that Fendi came out with that had this.
How much are those?
That was like 6,000 when it came out
Jesus Christ.
for a leather plushie.
For a leather Dragonite. Not just
I
any
mean, there's
plushie.
literally a leather Moogle right there in that box. See that right here? Yeah, that's a leather Moogle. That's numbered in special edition. So don't knock and don't think. If I had the means,
You would get it. You would totally get it.
I mean, if I didn't have shit health and I could spare a kidney, I would have spared a kidney.
It did look cool.
Was
It did
fucking
look really
awesome.
cool.
Look like a little child. My child. Best boy. Dragonite. Always on my starter deck. Love that guy.
And then Ireland, of course, was hunting for plushies because, that's what she does.
So I normally try not to take anything home. We see how that's turned out behind me. That's just a fraction. However, earlier this year, Pokemon Center, they always release like a 4.5 foot limited edition plushie. They had
Pokemon Center? That's like where the Pokemon Center, where
Yeah.
they release the
it's
plushies.
an online thing.
Oh.
It's an online website called the Pokemon Center. Did you not know
Just
that?
like the one in the game, the Pokemon Center.
That's where they got it from.
Yeah.
Do you not know this?
I don't know this.
Okay. So you go into the Pokemon Center and you
It's
can
like the
get
Disney store.
it's merch. Yes.
Okay.
It's a merch store.
Hmm.
But you can either get it online or there's one in New York City and there's one in they're all over in Japan. But there's only one in the US. To my knowledge, or there's one in Seattle now. Anyway, I think there's one in Seattle and one in New York, and that's it, one on each coast. Anyway, they release a 4.5 foot plushie every year. They released a Lapras.
That's cool.
They've released, which I want so bad. They've released a Slowpoke. Okay, he's
Was
like,
that the Slowpoke that we saw?
Yes.
Holy shit.
yes.
Okay,
Now these
cool.
things are
They're gigantic.
expensive. Well, yeah, 4.5 feet. That's like almost the size of. Well, I mean, I'm 5'7", but close. Anyway, they've released an Arcane. So like
Arcanine?
a Growlithe. No,
An
no, no,
Arcanine?
no. It goes up above that,
Oh, okay.
like the Arcane.
Oh, wow.
Like the full size evolution of Growlithe. Anyway, they released that one, and they released earlier this year. They released a Spiel. Now
Okay, what is a Spiel?
A Spiel is a seal and a walrus. So it is a
Okay.
ball of like a walrus that looks like a seal. It's a Spiel.
Spiel.
I think it's a circular whale is where they came up, or a circular seal, which is why they call it a Spiel.
Spiel.
It's just Spiel.
Sounds like something you spread on a bagel.
I like to get a
Bagel with
Marmite and a Spiel.
Can I get a bagel with Spiel, y'all?
So we were
No capers.
So we were closing up on Saturday, and we were leaving the convention. Bryce is always there past the time it closes, so the vendors are leaving. And I look over my peripheral, probably about like my 1 o'clock, dead on, and I see this guy bouncing a Spiel on one of the vendor tables, and I was like, "There's a Spiel."
You're like, whoa.
I love it. I think I love the Spiel. It's just because he looks derpy, and the name is just so freaking cool, Spiel. And I was like, "There's a Spiel here. There's a Spiel. I see said Spiel at the convention," because there was a Slowpoke right next to me.
We saw a
That thing
Slowpoke.
is amazing. Like, he took up the whole top. Like, I loved him. But they're always light colored, so I always worry about getting them dirty. Anyway, I was like, okay, well, they took the Dragonite Fendi thing away. Well, I thought, I saw them take the Spiel, so I'm like, okay, everyone's taking the expensive plush, but they left the Slowpoke, whatever. So I was like, okay. So Sunday, I had like a 20-minute break, and I was very excited to show you and Mateo the Spiel.
The Spiel.
So we went all along the convention floor trying to find Spiel. And he was sold. He was not returning for Sunday.
Spiel's gone.
And I wanted to cry. I wanted to cry because we know how bad I wanted the Spiel. Then, lo and behold, get home like late Sunday, early Monday morning. I think it's like 3 o'clock in the morning because we drove from Houston that night. And sitting at the door is this small child of a box, as you see behind us. And we're going to open it.
Yeah.
We're going to do an unboxing.
Unboxings are cool, especially something like that.
And nobody's jumped out at us, so we know it's not Ghostface.
Oh, Jesus. Can you imagine? We're like, oh, fuck. Ghostface is back.
Ghostface is technically now on vacation until next spooky season.
We'll be seeing Ghostface now.
We're going to have like a Ghostface Santa. We're going to make him come in and do all kinds of things now that he's done slaughtering people. And
yeah, he's on vacation.
The election's over. He can come out now. So I'm going to unbox this and show you guys.
Oh, let's do it.
What we have. Let me get my Urgle pants up. All right.
Excited? We're excited. Nerdy.
Look at this. This is fantastic. It's rid of my. Okay, that's dangerous. No lunchy munchy. All right.
All right.
So our mics suck. We got to come up here to talk, or you're going to hear me scream. So here we go. I'm so excited for this box. That's what she said. All right. Inside. Ah! Ah! I'm so excited. It's the fucking Spiel. He's so fluffy.
Holy shit. Thing is massive.
He's massive. Look at Spiel. Look at Spiel. Loki on here? Oh, he's soft. I can't even pick him up. Hi guys, it's a podcast.
That thing is massive. Holy
That's
smoke.
what she
He's so
said.
cute though. I love him.
Look. Me compared to Shriel.
That is a massive Pokemon. Holy crap.
What would I do with like the rest of them? It wouldn't even fit in this room. Touch my Shriel. Touch my Shriel.
Touch your Shriel. Oh, he's very
Shriel feels
soft.
amazing.
He's very soft. Oh, careful.
Look at his tail. It's majestic. If
That
it was
is-
any bigger, it
that
could
is
be
a
a pull float.
Big tail. Looks like somebody's hand.
That's what she said. Oh.
You're gonna put him on the. You're gonna put him on the chair.
He's rolling away.
He's flying from the chair.
Oh.
Flying away from the chair.
All right. Hello, Shriel. Welcome to the podcast, the Pop 401 podcast.
Spiel edition.
Shriel edition. Dude, this thing is massive. I can't even hold on to him. That's what she said. This is not going well.
Do you want to sit down?
No, I want to hold my Shriel.
Okay, hold your spiel.
I finally got a Shriel.
That's what you call joy. Pure joy, y'all.
You can't take me anywhere.
Feeling the power of the spiel.
Look at his little fangs. Oh, he's so fluffy. All right. I'd say that's mission accomplished.
I say that too. It was a great
Spiel in
unboxing.
hand.
All right, y'all.
On that note, we'll spiel you later.
We'll spiel you later.
See you out. Let's go, Spiel.